welcome. What's going on, people? What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the returning. Shout out to the new subscribers and major shout out to the members of the channel. I love y'all. And thank you once again for all the solar return love, the cash apps. Shout out to my beautiful, beloved Paris Williams, aka Saturn's daughter 47. And shout out to my Ruby. Thank you for all that love. Okay? Y'all. Let's vibe. Let's get into some of these messages. Because the vibe is vibing. Yeah. It absolutely is. The moon is in Capricorn right now, 1 degree. Sun is in Sagittarius, 11 degrees. The way I see this is that you're at an emotional state where everything is so chaotic, beautiful chaos, in order for you to see the God and Goddess energy that you are all about. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you don't, this is what you're here for. These are the messages we about to, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Mercury in retrograde, 18 degrees, Lord. That's a whole Virgo degree. 18 degrees is Virgo degrees. That's another thing too, when you're looking at your natal charts. Look at the sign, but also the degrees carries a energy within itself too. So it can give you a 360 rather than just the 180 of your planetary placements, you know? So, welcome, beloved. What else? You got Jupiter and Gemini. Okay, so Jupiter and Mercury are at an opposition, as those are polar opposite energies, but Jupiter is also in retrograde. Okay. Huh. While also approaching the energy of Mars going retrograde as well in the sign of Leo, back into the sign of Cancer, which is why you may have heard me mention in previous lives where Mars will be in the sign of Cancer up until April because of the retrograde it's about to have from Leo to Cancer. So with Mars going retrograde, Mars is usually that planetary character within you that shows the way you take action. If you're looking at this for relationships, this is the type of masculine that a woman looks for. And for the masculine, it's the Venus placement that he would look at in terms of the energy of the feminine. But with Mars and Leo connected to the heart, this is given more so being introspective when it comes to the actions you take, especially if it has to do with the actions that come from your heart space. Okay? So, what up, y'all? So, yeah. Let me see what else I'm picking up. See, the way I look at astrology is more so based off what I can sense, knowing the energies of the planet, the sign, the degrees. It's basically the way I look at it, and I have a strong connection to the tarot cards that symbolize those energies. So for instance, right now the sun is in Sagittarius at 11 degrees. If I'm looking at a tarot card, that specific degree would be the 9 of Wands. And Nine of Wands energy is more so the moon and Sag. So where the sun is exposing an energy within yourself that you have been ignoring to actually see, along with the number 11 that's also having to do with one's vision. Or if you're a life path 11, you're a master visionary. Your master is an ascended master, is visionary, or the mastering of a vision. Now, this is also connected to your immortal spirit, where the sun is right now in the sign of Sagittarius at 11 degrees, or your purpose in life. Now, you also hear that word, your purpose in life, when you're speaking of the North Node. But look at your sun sign as the light that the Hermit holds in the Hermit card to guide you towards your North Node type of scenarios, what I'm picking up right now. Not usually, but for right now, yeah. Now, the North Node is in Aries, another fire sign element, at 3 degrees, which is Gemini degrees. So there's a lot of reflection that's happening. Now, with the moon in the sign of Capricorn, still in its new moon phase and going into the next, being that it's in the sign of Capricorn at 1 degree. 1 degree is Aries. So some of you could be seeing subconsciously, or it's coming to the surface, where you may have been used in order to see yourself. Because Aries, or the first house, states the I am. The mantra of Aries is I am. When you're looking at Capricorn energy, is I use. The polar reflection to Capricorn is Cancer. So being that it's on that spectrum, Capricorn with Cancer, feeling, subconscious mind, Cancer being ruled by the moon, and the constant changes and cycles that the moon goes through. It's one of the fastest moving celestial bodies within the chart. You know what I'm saying? So with all of that changing, it's the transformation for me. You be coming in at the most beautiful moments. The whole vibe. What up, beautiful? Hey, mama. So yeah, with the moon in the sign of Capricorn, 1 degrees. Now, let's look inside the degrees, because that's actually Capricorn 1 degrees. That's my Saturn placement. So I see why this energy moving this way. Let's go. So, Capricorn 1 inside degrees. Actually, well, 30 would be 0 if we're looking at this, because this goes by equal. A canopy bed with curtains, metaphorically speaking. Standing on the inside of life, protected and guarded, guided and led, held fast, kept so far back inside that what does express itself is purely a ceremonial display of formal declaration. The observer or witness empowered to prevail, able to see, to realize, to comprehend the mysteries. That's wild, because I was literally going to title this live 1844 on the time right now, 6:44. 850 on the screen. I was really going to title this The Keys of Creation, the Keys of Nature, because that's really the energy I've been picking up on today, where a lot of the truth and the authentic expression that's going to be coming through 2025 from here on out, 2025 especially, is really connected to the truth that the underdog per se may have been keeping at bay, because of waiting for, I'm not even gonna say so much waiting, allowing the alignment of the energy for that expression to come through. Now, some may hold back, but they may be also on a different path in terms of when they're supposed to start moving a certain way. See, the way I'm speaking about this energy right now, I strongly feel I'm connecting to my Mars energy, which is in Aries in the 9th house, which is basically The Exorcist. So then I'm a Cancer rising. So with all of that, is basically being the mirror of one's deepest or deeply rooted aspects of themselves that is connected to the shadow, but it's also your gift. You just have to figure out a way, you know, to, oh, you a Cancer rising too? A a whole vibe. See? So Capricorn 1, it also has to do with clairvoyance. So if you have Capricorn at 1 degree in any of your placements within your natal chart, it makes you extremely clairvoyant. And I mean, even if you don't have that placement, right now the moon is in that specific energy of Capricorn 1 degree. So a lot of you, you're more than, it seems as though the collective is seeing versions of themselves. With it being 1 degree Aries energy, you're seeing versions of yourself that is connected to the pure essence of life force energy, or the primordial mother, or that dark space that it's only dark because it's all colors concentrated all together, which makes it dark. Okay. So we vibe it. Clairvoyance, it says, keenly sensing and viewing meaning and value, purpose, and spirit backbone. So very strongly and steadily directed from within that there is no outer, there is no thing to do. Not nothing, but no thing to do. Damn. Well, not damned. It's coming out, so it can't be damned. Instead, you center yourself and align with who you truly are, stalwartly remain in the place of authority and power and inward truth as your statement and the only thing you know. So before we go any further into any of these messages, the reason why y'all align with anything that I'm doing right now is because you're bold enough to move in a way that really expresses what it means for the veil to no longer exist, and you having a connection to the different parallel versions of yourself without fear, without guilt, without shame, without resentment. It's beautifully in the most intriguing and sensual way of saying, fuck everything, I'm doing what I want to do. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much the way that is. Okay, so anything else? Source, you over here. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. Shit, that was a vibe though. That's a whole vibe. Venus is in Capricorn and they're trying to Uranus in Taurus, both 24 degrees energy, smooth change of your emotional state. So let's say throughout the day, it was given real Monday energy, real Luna energy, real lunatic type of vibes. Well, a lot of that is basically helping you to bring everything to the surface, all of it at once. Now, let's slow this down because everything that's coming up is showing you how much you can take. If you're gonna alchemize this thing, recognize whether this already happened. For some of you, maybe about to be happening. What's happening right now? Everything that's coming up is allowing you to have a smoother change of your emotional state. For some of you, there could be unexpected situations with people that come about. It's wild how with Venus in Capricorn and then trying to Uranus and Taurus, the downside, that's wild. It's not so much a downside. It's okay, because Mercury's also retrograde. It could be a downside that you encounter someone who inspires you. And the only reason why it's a downside, because that energy reflects something of the past that is basically coming back to show you how much you've grown and what you've learned. That the reason why you may have given that situation or person a chance in the past is because of where you are currently at right now, that you weren't fully there before. So it became a lesson before it became a blessing. Yo, that just reminds me of The Family Man on Netflix with Nicolas Cage. Yo, tune into that, because that shit, what the fuck? So he basically had it all, and he had it all financially, materially, whatever. But as far as his heart chakra and the love of his life, she wasn't there. Until he had a glimpse of what life would have been if she was around. The way the plot twists in that film, the reason why I'm suggesting it, because some of you are actually in a position, right, where you may have felt as though you were supposed to be in a different area of your life right now. Because of you taking a different path, you feel as though you're not going to reach there. And this could be something, let's say this is an experience where you're going from rags to riches, but you were thinking about it going in a different route. But the path that you've chosen up to this moment, right now that you're watching this message, you're literally being brought right back to, yo, that's been a message I've been channeling for years. Now that the thought comes to mind, where you were in a specific position at one point. Let's say you have to go from A to B. You already reached B, but you had to go back to A to recognize the reason why you got to B. Now, the reason why you got to B, the path may change, but the energy still remains the same as far as you recognizing the why you got there and why it's important for you to have a different mentality or perception when it comes to certain, vibes around you that can literally have you, in some cases, missing out this lifetime when it comes to that connection or that experience that you are here in this lifetime to have. Now they're showing me those two little girls who, the video, I think, is called The Volunteers, the two little girls that are shown as if they're in the ethers speaking. And they're speaking telepathically, actually. They're not even mouthing the words or verbally expressing themselves. They're speaking telepathically. That's the image I just saw. But yeah, let's get into, let's see what the vibe is. There's been a lot of random noise going on today. Yeah, there has been. Let's get into it. Oh, shit. Okay, let me go to the astrology cards. Let's go there first. All praise due to the Most High, Mama Universe, Papa Universe. Just heard the word cringe. So it feels as though there are things coming towards you right now that you may not even feel that you are ready for, per se. Well, that could also be because Mars is about to go retro. and it doesn't give, when Mars is retrograde, you're not so assertive as you would be if it was direct. So that's another tip too, in terms of, you know, divine feminines, when you look into a prospect of a person and they have Mars retrograde, they may not be so assertive in certain situations, you know. The way I'm being shown what I just said was more so you encounter someone that you find very intriguing, but they have a Mars retrograde, they may not initiate the contact type of thing. Cancer, that could be of significance. Somebody could have a Mars in Cancer retrograde. Why I said it that way? Retrograde. Retrograde. Let's get the word out, bro. Here we go. What's the vibe? The 11th house. Oh, so some of y'all about to meet some people now. Some of you really about to meet someone, a group of people. Someone is going to connect you to someone else, or just whatever this is, you're connecting to a person or people that's going to be something that you can build with on a long term. This is a wish coming true. This is something that has to do with a vision that you had when you were a child. Or some of you may have moved back home. And that move back home literally shifts a lot of the experiences you've been having and sort of putting everything into place. So that way, let's say a certain call can't come through until you travel a certain location. That type of vibe. Now, this travel doesn't have to be physical. This could even be something that's a mental exploration that you have. Let's see. Zodiac sign, Scorpio. Ooh, someone definitely traveled through the underworld. Something about Scorpio season or a Scorpio. The energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful. So the word thoughtful is more so coming through as an idea that you say yes to. 22:44 on the clock. You start saying yes to. You're no longer thinking about it. You're no longer trying. You're either going to do or you're not. You see? There's some information that's been held on to cosmically. Now, see, this is giving Adjustment Bureau type of vibes now, in the sense of you have to really go through a certain path, or in order for this next part of information to come towards you, you had to master the intensity of your emotions. Something about your emotions. Some of you notice this when it comes to nature, or when you're upset, the use of telekinesis comes through. See, Cancer again shows up. Something about the home. Something about the home and you being magnetically attracted to a certain group of people. Something about home and you being attracted to a certain group of people. Leo, very strong, courageous. I'm seeing people with strong features too. strong features or strong ways of a character and well put when it comes to that fixed energy. Scorpio, Leo, 11th house Aquarius, more fixed on. The only thing that is not on this table as far as the fixed energies is Taurus, which has to do with values. So there's something about home and the type of people you connect to that you're magnetically attracted to that's not necessarily connected to your values. Now what I'm getting is it was just giving you the image or the experience of where you are not valuing yourself. So you come across these energies outside of you. See, with Mercury retrograde, whoever this energy is, these could be people that come back from your past. In terms of where you see your value, they know you see their value, because I'm getting this energy of a person that knows their role in your life. So some of you are really in a situation with another seer, a mystic, a sage, or something, where they were literally placed in your life as a marker when you go through different areas of your life. Get the fuck out of here. I'm leaving. Now, I had the cards in my hand this way, and I didn't look at the bottom. I looked at the bottom, but the bottom was this way to say everything that was being said. So Venus, something about core values, because that's what rules Taurus. So look into your Venus placement. What is, well, Venus, Capricorn, and trine to Uranus right now. You are in a position to set yourself free from limitations. Let's see. Sagittarius, and then you got the Emperor. Yeah, you. I see, I am, I see. Five of Wands. Something that used to be a challenge, Saturn and Leo, because it came out in a challenging type of way. And you completed the cycle, the World card. So you're ready to show the world who you truly are. Or even being vulnerable, because Leo with the heart energy showing up. And this is Saturn and Leo, Five of Wands. Show me more. That was fast. The Page of Wands. Yeah, see, this is giving that strong energy about... It's coming through as, you know, when people say that their grandparents' prayers is what's saving them now. That's what I'm picking up from this right now. That their ancestors' prayers is what's helping them today. You specifically, because you're actually that ancestor, the new ancestor within this lifetime that has to continue that type of energy for those to come after. See what's at the bottom. The Fool. Taking a leap of faith. With the fact that the World card showed up at the bottom of the deck, subconsciously you're completing a major cycle when it comes to working with other people. That's what this makes sense. When it comes to working with other people, you're completely closing out a cycle. The lessons you were learning had a lot to do with the intensity that you carry, because you're a natural born leader, and you may have been around people who, you know, wanted to lead as well. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians type of thing. Respectfully. And then you have the Fool card, which is about a leap of faith, which is basically stating that you're ready. After you closed out the cycle, you're ready to, you know what I'm saying? Take that leap into the truth. You're ready to blossom, because you do got that flower of life right there. So you're going through the proper sequence of things, or the Fibonacci sequence. You're going through the proper sequence of a lot. Look at this. That energy in the background. You could feel this within your solar plexus. Congratulations. For real. Because this is a Six of Wands. This is a hidden Six of Wands energy. Your inner child is required at this time, because your imagination, there, see? Something about your childhood or home. You see how this little girl is looking out the window, wishing on a star? If you were granted, not even if you were granted, you are being given a wishing star right now. What are you going to do with it? Look at all of this. From the shadows to the light. You see that? There's a lot going on over here. Because now this is coming through as this Page of Wands, this one character is all five. So they're, yeah, all four elements in spirit that you were getting in order. Makes total sense. Yeah, it do. You're learning to, coño. The Eight of Wands. Wow, that's Mercury in Sag. So this is something that had the, as, okay, blah, 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 as 8. And I was looking at this energy of the spider on this person's mind's eye. Huh. With the Eight of Wands, it's speaking to communication that's coming in. See, a random ad, Tesla, but I'm seeing that more as 369, the keys of the universe. Okay, the fuck. And then you got the Death card. Rebirth, death and rebirth, 13. No, you're not. Because the 8 and the 5, ain't that 13? So you're learning the alchemy of your heart. Okay, so you're learning the alchemy of your heart. Okay, 13 years, I have to make sure. You are remembering, that's why they have me repeat it, the alchemy that is stored within your heart space. Leo. You're allowing your light to shine. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to show yourself to even yourself. Okay? Because the main thing when it comes to showing yourself to the world is basically you showing yourself to you. So there's so many ideas and things you were thinking about before that is now a thought, because it's the thought that becomes reality. The thinking is still in that process of becoming a thought. You know, yo, fucking educational system is ass. Yo, what in the entire fuck is happening? Because this shit I be talking about. Because Come on, all this shit with all these different tests that they put you through, and they ain't shit talking about nothing or anything, rather. It just got people out here confused, distorted, and zombie the fuck out because of the words. The keys of creation, it's the, okay, why is it the word? Because the word is water, basically, personified. Yeah, pretty much. That's what that is. See, this thing here that's happening is mind-blowing. I ain't gonna hold you. You see this? The expansion that keeps happening. Doesn't matter where you're at and what perspective you're in, there's always expansion. That's a message here. No matter where you're at within whichever realm or perception, if it's low, if it's high, if whatever, there's still an expansion. That is the literal key of the universe. 7-Eleven. I've been downloading how words attach to bloodlines. The moon with the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. This, I've been telling y'all that shit now, okay? Something about Sagittarius season, you gonna see. We in Sag season now, y'all see some shit. Self-included. Look. Okay, so. Hold up. Because the moon is coming up under this 5. Now I got chills. It's hilarious. It's not. No, it is. Respectfully, it's hilarious. The moon. And then you got the 5 of Wands, which is Saturn. The crone and the mother are where the cosmos grant wishes. The crone and the mother. Yo. So, you know what I noticed yesterday? While I was resting, taking my power naps, my cat naps, real feline naps out here. Actually, it was more so the early rising today. Crows don't be out yet, but I was hearing them. More so as it came through more so as a text message or a call. Those are my birds though. Those are my other spirit animals right there. But it's something about that. And I can tell based off of the way this energy is coming through, why that's coming up right now. But let me, what's at the bottom? Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. Change of residence, not conforming. Some of you have been suppressing the way you feel about something here. Especially when it comes to what you're passionate about. You've gone through quite the challenge and obstacles just to see what you're really passionate about. So what are you going to do differently now that you know what you are truly passionate about? You know, it's the saying of, if it's not fun that you're having while you're doing it, why still do it? see. What is the moon's energy? Hold on, I want to feel this out. I don't want to rush into this. Because I can feel the moon's energy taking its cycle right now. 40:44 on the clock, on the timer. Okay, let's see. That's a big part of the way I was, I've noticed the way I was doing readings prior to right now. I can feel each card and the planet that's connected to them and the process or the energy that it takes or that it goes through when it goes into different houses or the energies and signs that I'm really about to incorporate with y'all now. These motherfuckers. Can y'all hear that? You can? Six of Cups. Okay. Y'all know my weird ass. So give me a second. Let me go to the past life cards. You know the actual definition. You used to do that. Yo, what the fuck? I'm glad y'all heard it because now I got that shit recorded. Fucking making all that goddamn noise. Fuck is wrong with y'all? And I feel as though them dogs could be hearing me too. I feel the dogs listen to me down here and they fucking owners. Fucking playing. Yo, honestly, that's literally a placement that I have in my natal chart as a Sabian symbol was an animal trainer. Because these pets really reflect their owners. And I said, you know what? I got something for that ass. Now y'all really gonna have me out here utilizing this energy to train your pet from the fuck here. Right here. They don't even see me. Y'all did some shop of the doodling, Cyber Monday and shit. Did you go shopping on Cyber? Why am I this way? It's a serious question. Where did y'all go? Why had y'all up here? Yo, we was vibing on my solar return. I just peeped some shit. Hold on, nah. We gonna have to leave this shit up. Cause nope, me either. I ain't gonna hold you. I normally be booking flights. All of this is connected. Yeah, it is. 44, 41. All of this is connected to this reading now. Something about traveling. Something about pets. Doesn't have to be the same scenario, but nothing, not a thing is a coincidence. You got stuff for the business, go come on with it then. She got stuff for the business. They on some, I hear you. I fucking hear you. It's not me. It's them. I know. I know. It's another thing. I stopped playing myself when it comes to the energy I feel. Doesn't matter what it is. A human, an animal, whatever. Okay? It's what the fuck it is. What's this moon energy? With the 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We get past life. Knighthood. You didn't feel protected. You have a Celtic bloodline here. So we're going to have to do a Celtic spread also. But runes are actually significant to this time period. This came out sideways. Knighthood. You didn't feel protected. Because I just saw a unicorn. Yeah, it is a unicorn. Your wisdom wasn't protected. But that was part of your gift, though. Yeah, it is. Sometimes when you have a certain level of connecting the dots, attaining information that is not understood by the majority, your lesson really does help you to really harness that energy, to be secure in what it is you know, especially with people being against you. You could have either a lot of Leo placements or 5, 17, 29 degrees placements in your chart, which are Leo degrees, or 5th house, 11th house type of energy. Also 8th house, but the 8th house now, as far as your wealth, it would have to do with other people. I mean, same with the 11th, but the 11th is more so of it's a well-rounded type of communication energy, but 8th house is more so about that occult, taboo type shit. Let's see what else. Asia and unrequited love. Either the features, Asian features are significant, or the location itself. With unrequited love, didn't feel loved by, didn't feel loved by the protection of the parenting of a mother, because the Saturn placement, it speaks to the way your parents are going to utilize the essence of being a parent, parenting. The moon speaks more of the nurturing aspect. So you didn't feel protected because you weren't nurtured, possibly. Not the way that your spirit and soul is designed to be nurtured, but it really connected you to your angels, your spirit guides, and your ancestors. Trust and faith. What's this? This shit biblical. Yo, I haven't used that in a minute. Why is it coming up now? I'm not asking questions. We just gonna go for it. My babies. This is a deck guide that I wouldn't recommend anybody just to be, you know what I'm saying? But if you know your shit, you know what I'm saying? If you got that King Solomon energy within you, you be all right. You be all right. More so, that's speaking to connection to your soul. Connection to your soul. Dominion over your own soul. We just pulled from this deck yesterday. I haven't pulled from this in a while, now that I think about it. I mean, we are in the heart of the Scorpion, so that would make plenty of sense. I have to pull up my grid, though. So I can tell you. Because here's the thing. When it comes to... Because the occult tarot are the decks of You got the Phoenix, Queen of Cups here. Are the cards of the demons that are ruled by angels. So there are some angels that are more detrimental than fucking demons. A lot of people don't know that, but that's all right. It's what we're here for. We dive into many things responsibly. Okay, responsibly. Now, some of you get intrigued. Some, not you. I mean, if it is you in here, but some may get intrigued by the different tools I utilize. But if it takes for you to go through a lesson for you to shape your shit up, fucking go for it. I'm only here to keep real. I ain't here to be doing anything other than that. But hold up, let me. This mix in the background now is lit. And I know they can fucking hear me because I feel as though these walls is slightly thin on some stupid shit, but I don't give a fuck. Don't make no noise, you won't hear my fucking mouth. And then some of them be sounding as though they coughing their fucking lungs up. Yo, stop fucking playing, yo. I don't have to do anything. This is what I mean about send anything love that gets in your way. Because I've noticed that it really has a lot to do with this over here. Where there are situations when you have a certain level of power or mastery bestowed upon your DNA within your blood, there are certain situations that you would go through and just have to be the observer while you're experiencing it. You can come across as a PUSSY as you're sitting there observing within the experience. But what these energies don't know is that the reason why you're observing and not taking action at that moment, because it's more detrimental for you to take action then than the action you're going to take later on. Although later on action seems just as brutal. Because the action is more so connected to love. It's more so, I'm going to let the time of your cycle to teach you what you have to learn. To teach you what you have to remember and the fuckery you need to stop fucking doing. Before coming across anybody else's path, because it becomes much bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they cross your path and the reason why they cross your path and the lessons that they learn, because it's bigger than you. You may actually save some of these people asses based off of the way you move with them. And they get a little mind fucked just a bit or mind boggled. As to, but why didn't this person react this way? Because that person is responding. There is a difference. They're responding to the responsibility that they have. That wordplay ain't just for play. Nah. Alright. Hold up. I found it. Thank you. Okay. Because each and every one of us have our angels and we have our demons. Literally or figuratively. Literal? What the fuck is a literal? Explícame. What is, anyway. Wow. You have the Star and the Eight of Pentacles. 3361. 33 for the Star, Eight of Pentacles, 61. The Star, number 33, God, can cause love or hate, can make one ignorant or without sense. Delivers familiars from other magicians. See, I'm telling you. Can move from one place, can move one from place to place. That was that Sagittarius energy at the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Wands. These cards, well, the Six of Cups is here now with the Hierophant behind it. So, this is what you're mastering. Yo. So basically what this is saying right now is that you are healing from other magicians possibly working against you. You saw how them pets was going off. Familiars are usually animals. Whatever. There's certain, I'm hearing just 3 days, just not to extend it longer than it got to be. Within the past 3 days, there has been certain animals that would show up that are actually the familiars of other magicians. Depending on what you sense in that moment, because for all, it's not going to be necessarily an energy that's working against you. It's just more so when you see them, what do you feel? Do you feel it's something you have to be cautious about, or do you feel it's something you celebrate? That's how you'll be able to determine if there's someone that works with you or someone that works against you. Then you have the Eight of Pentacles, Zagan. Turns water into wine and back again. Turns blood into wine. Turns any metal into legal tender coins. An alchemist. Makes fools wise. Now, let me look at this metaphysically. Before I do that, let me see. God, let me look at the, let me see what angel is connected to. What's this, 33? It's connected to the level of angels that is of the powers. So that's another thing too. You do have different levels of angels. Archangels and angels are the weakest ones, actually. This is why what should be going on in my life, I just be observing. And like you can see the way some of these angels come in, not the archangels and angels. You can see where you have the principalities, the powers, the thrones, the dominions step in, do what the fuck they gotta do because of who one is. It's not much to explain, and that could be something for some of you in here too, where you have a certain connection to certain energies and certain things are playing out just for you to recognize the type of connection you have, you know. Hold up, I want to... My brain does not move fast enough for this body, I can tell you that. Well, whichever way that goes, but it's probably the music too that be having me on some, be listening to the shit. Let me see, what is it? Powers. They are the angels who have power over evil forces, which the angels are able to restrain to keep them from doing harm. Powers also oversee the power which human beings, such as kings, have been given in the world. Virtues. They're connected to the virtues as well. The second order. Okay, so the first order of angels, the strongest ones are seraphims, then you have the cherubims, then you have the thrones. The second order is dominions, virtues, or powers. The third is principalities, archangels, followed by guardian angels. So now when you start calling on your angels, you could be a little bit more specific, because each and every one of you have your own angels. Now, specifically this one, we already mentioned that it's connected to the level of the powers. Lehuya. The person born under the influence of this angel will love to fulfill all the works of their estate. Astrologically, this spirit signifies submission to higher order. Lehuya will recognize traitors and destroy their projects and machinations. This is the sole guardian for those born 10:40 a.m. to 11 a.m., the moral guardian for those born April 21st, July 2nd, September 12th, September 23rd, February 3rd, and the physical guardian for those born August 27th to the 31st. And the demon precisely, Ga'ap, is connected to those, is the servant demon to those born August 27th and August 31st. So when you start talking about the way these angles and these inner demons work outside of oneself, they show you the opposite, only for you to connect to the fact of this is also you, that you are, let's say, neglecting, and it has to act out. Notice that when the child is not being taken care of in a certain way, it acts out same way. Some of you may live in an area, or you may even love bats, because that's also connected to this too. You could be a necromancer. You definitely have a connection to the dead. Yes, you do. Especially August 27th through the 31st. Because they govern them. They control them. A demon can't do anything without the permission of light, or the go. It's basically the green light. An angel or an angle of light is the green light to a demon. It's the demand, or the or demon, or the demand is coming from the angel, is coming from the angle of light, the actual connection. Just put it this way: it's not so much. I don't even. Not so much worse. Well, yeah, it can come across as worse depending on, you know, the direction the energy goes or the light goes. But it controls the demon. So every angel is stronger than a demon. Much stronger. But the reason it's not seen that way in society is because the demon has been given a placement stronger than the angle that something is to actually connect. Which is, okay, got it. Which is why each of their signs are encircled. Yeah. It's not about whether if it makes sense to me. It's about whether if it makes sense to you. It's your journey. Now we have Zagan with the 8 of Pentacles. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit is, when people say that, does that make sense? It that's a corporate term that is just I really just be wanting to be saying no sometimes. No, it don't make sense. So forever the conversation, no. But this is where verbiage is usually used too fast before it's more of a reaction type of terminology. You know, it's very similar to saying, do you understand what I'm saying? And here on this channel, it's more so about understanding is a personal affair. No one's here to understand you but you. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on. Yeah, the ancestors is not playing today. They haven't been. They said enough is the fucking enough. Okay. All right. Zagan 61. Umabel. This is connected to the archangel Umabel. Now, these also have a connection to the Psalms. Now, Umabel will love travel and all honest pleasures. Some of you may have encountered an alchemist of this nature while traveling. There's a lot of Sagittarius energy up here, though. Page of Wands, Eight of Wands. Well, not a lot, just enough, more than enough. Oh, I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying that statement right there. That should be nah. All right, Umabel. Its name means God above all names elevated. Person born under Umabel, this could be January 14th to the 18th, May 19th, July 30th, October 10th, December 21st, March 3rd. Moral guardians for those specific dates. Physical guardian for those born January 14th to the 18th, and those born 8 p.m. to 8:20. Will love travel and all honest pleasures. They will have a sensitive heart, and love will cause them grief. Okay. Umabel can obtain anyone's friendship. Rules over astronomy and physics. Astrologically, this spirit signifies affinity. And as far as Zagan here, what is that, January 14th to the 18th? Yeah. Makes men witty. Can also turn wine into water. We already said that. Blood into oil, oil into blood, and a fool into a wise man. I just heard somebody call someone a wise ass. Yo, just in case people ain't get the memo, we on level 36. Playtime is done. Okay? Playtime, this shit is done. Level 36 is some real shit. Over this way, that shit flow differently, yeah. All right, let me see something. Someone was connected to somebody who had a spirit that was definitely a shapeshifter. Yeah. Uh-huh. 337 could be of significance too. Somebody could be a life path 33 and the other one is a 7. Now, tell me more about this moon energy. Temperance in reverse. Wow. Speaking of alchemists. In reverse. So someone thought they could play around and fucked around and found out type of thing. That makes sense. 4 of Cups. That's giving the energy of the moment they saw you unhappy, they felt as though they won. But the shit was just getting started. That's crazy. Or someone could have a moon in Gemini. 2 of Wands. Mars and Aries. 2 of Wands. Hold up. Who the... Wait. Who is this shapeshifter? Show me the energy. Somebody really took a shot at this, huh? Competent, superior, precise, witty. That's what this card was talking about. Dead on, intense, Scorpio, target. I'm hearing hit me with your best shot. This is someone who says that and don't know what the fuck they asked for. Because there's nothing you have to do. That's why this is not something they asked for. They didn't expect to ask for what they just asked for. And I'm just looking at the fact that this energy is connected to a griffin. I'm hearing somebody needed permission that they didn't receive. What does it say here? Don't tell me that Griffin card is in the mix with all these other... It's right here. It couldn't be found, though. What couldn't be found was balance, clarity, and spiritual enlightenment. This shapeshifter calls someone wise to be a fool. A group of people. A shapeshifter calls someone wise to be a fool. Or projected an energy of a wise one becoming a fool. Could be a coworker. Corset. What's this? 34. I'm getting summertime, July. We do have Capricorn and Aquarius here as well. They may have a moon sign in these signs. Held together, boundaries, restriction, holding it together. The person that took a shot is really doing all they can to hold it together. What the fuck? Shapeshift. There you go. Confirmation. Straight up. Aquarius. It could have been it took a group of people. Specifically 5. Or someone could be born in the month of May or the 5th. They didn't realize that you was building an empire based off of going down the rabbit hole. You're waking up from a dream. You're having a spiritual awakening. I'm telling you, this shit ain't no joke. Somebody really tried to block somebody's path, not realizing the type of person that they were coming up against. It's not wise. So they wanted to make a wise person a fool, but not recognizing how strong a fool is. The fool isn't this, okay, so this person attempted to make a wise person foolish, not necessarily a fool, because they don't understand verbiage. Your goose cooked. $344 could be of significance. Cake, celebration. This could have occurred at a celebration, at a party, family, a gathering with friends. Don't this thing over here say something about friends? Yeah, it do. The angel that controls Zagan. Yeah, it do. Umabel can attain anyone's friendship. But do you want anyone's connection? Do you want to be on anybody's ship? Because that friendship, that shit gonna end at some point. If you really look at that word, shooting star, 8 of Aries, but you have 8 of Wands here as well. A wish granted. That's the first thing you got in the reading too. Why did it drop there? Why did it drop there? See, there's this little thing flying around. Well, it's from the ashes. That's crazy. That's a phoenix. It's from the ashes. It was just floating and it landed right on top of that 11th house card. Hold up. This came out reverse. The cat. I feel as though because this says disengage and I'm seeing cat and disengage, I feel as though that's 344. 3444. Some of y'all really protected by Sekhmet. That's a dead giveaway right there. Okay. Anubis and Sekhmet out here. Deeper meaning. Yeah, true feelings. Okay, you're provided for. 344 comes through. The one who takes the cake is the leader, and it's the one that's the the sign connected to the cake is Aries. Once you know who you are, your protectors that were disengaged until you knew who you are now engaged, activated. Especially things that are supposed to be stopped. 44, Aries and Scorpio. Mars, Pluto, lower and higher octave energies. Your communication is sharp right now with the Aquarius, because Aquarius would be the energy that's the higher octave. Well, Uranus, its modern ruler, it's the higher octave of Mercury. So the energy that your thoughts are moving off of right now, it's the rebel, the rebel, the resounding of a frequency, the realignment of your frequency. Sound. Sekhmet, making you stronger. Bodybuilder. Capricorn, yeah, she She about to whoop that ass. Crack shot. Yeah. Happening now. Wow. Your head is pounding. Wow. Push forward, it says mastery, resolve, intense, self-improvement, exercise. That could also be something here for some of you too. Higher octave of Mercury. Eight of Wands, Mercury, Sagittarius is Uranus, but the ancient ruler of Aquarius is Saturn. Happening now. 5. What's happening now with this forceful strength power? La dominadora, coño. Because I just saw domination. Bueno, 757. 5 is the happening now card. 7, 7. Old car. Whatever needs restoration. Old habits are dying hard. 8 of Pisces. The spiritual realm speaks. 8 of Pisces. That's underworld. That's underworld as it can get. Especially when it comes to family patterns that you're stuck in the past in. Thunderstorm. Another 5. What did it say? Power. Again, bodybuilder. You have the strength of a thunderstorm. Since you were a youth. Or youth. You've had the power of a thunderstorm. That you're now building into. Yeah, see? Whatever was disengaged. This is the other Scorpio card. And then you have the 4 and the 5, 9. It's now complete. Because this came out reversed, so that means it's here now. The Lyrans are here. If you consider yourself a Lyran, yeah. You gonna see who really are the fucking Lyrans. Everybody won't be a fucking Lyran until it's time to be a Lyran. Water bearer. 13, holding it together up until this age of Aquarius for another 9. Nobility, balance, calm life, communication, alleviate suffering, benefactor, care for others, humane, helpful, ethical, humanitarian, the water carrier. Or the carrier of spirit, air. Look at that, another Scorpio card. 7, universe. All right. Okay. Before I go into these other cards, because we only on the 5 of Wands. That's crazy. It ain't crazy. Story of my life. We gonna figure this shit out together. What are you talking about? Oh. Wow. Who got a black moon, Lilith, and Libra? You deserve balance. That's your message. You're about to have a tower moment. Doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying, something you be like, oh, why me? No. Why not you? First and foremost, things are happening for you, not to you. But to answer that question, though, you deserve balance. You deserve it. You deserve it. Adama, Mother Earth. Hummingbirds. That dog is very significant right now for some reason. I'm going to find out in a bit. But yeah. I just read myself just now being that quiet within 7 seconds, 7 to 8 seconds. I done said some shit to myself. Child. Bro, we gotta get together. We gotta get together. All right, let me put these here. It's these past life cards that be doing that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, Page of Wands. Before I go over there, apparently. The Page of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. Under Scorpio. See now, these are the merits for Alba. Go ahead. Go be nosy. Go look. It's on your table. Go look into it. Okay. King of Wands. It's about a fucking Leo communicating. Or someone who carries this type of Leo energy. Flamboyant, dramatic, proud, passionate. They focus on themselves. But they may not even realize that they focus on themselves. Somebody talks to themselves, too. Seriously talks to themselves. Take that however that resonates. Because that can go so many different ways. But intelligence is a major key right now. Let me get a different deck. Now I'm gonna go over here. I see why they said it. Some of y'all got a Scorpio that's coming towards you with some heavy information. No, I'm not gonna say heavy, intense. They're very intense, but it's given. You may not even notice the intensity though, because you're gonna think this is an ally with the Page of Wands. That shit landed right over here where the where this is. A mother could be of significance. Health. Male, female. This is mental. The question is, where do you leave or stay? Somebody wants somebody to stay somewhere. Because the Temperance card is in reverse. Somebody's about to move where someone doesn't want them to. I know this motherfucker's not connected with other people to set up a wall, 7 of Wands, 5 and the 2, to stop somebody from moving forward. Hold up. Ugh. Who's the person? What's the outside? Who's the person? What's the outside? Before I go over here, who's the person? What's the outside? Who's the person? Your money fucked up. The person, they money fucked up. 10 of coins. What's the outside? Because of all of this, the fucking Page of Wands, which is right here. The collective energy is the 10 of coins. Your money a little, your support system, it's a little discombobulated. And the energy outside of you is the Page of Wands. With all of this influence towards this experience right now, or the projection, until you find yourself. But this is here. Why? Didn't I tell you? This right here is giving me the energy. Go ahead, look into it. Be nosy. My type of energy of putting my nose in some shit. Okay. Now I see why. This the reason why I don't be doing single signs. Well, at some point I'm going to. It depends. It really depends, because I don't want to say some shit that I don't really end up doing. But then I'm a Sagittarius too, so I say a lot of shit that my mood changes as a Cancer rising. I'm not gonna fucking do it. So if you really support me, then you're gonna be here, okay, and enjoying the fucking show, because this is what we do. I'm just living out my human experience with the spirit and soul within this fucking physical vessel, because this vessel right here, yeah, we might have to get back into these other things, because I might have depleted that energy I was carrying as an athlete, because shit. All right, so this Page of Wands, as far as the energy showing up that is influencing somebody's support system, somebody's finances not being in order. This Page of Wands is showing up under the theme of Scorpio, which is intense, masterful, thoughtful, magnetically charming. Remember, this is the energy that we were speaking to earlier, in terms of there's something in your environment that you used to live around that you are magnetically attracted to, but doesn't normally have, or actually have a connection to what you value, what is within your heart. You do have the communication coming in from your heart, but it seems as though that this communication that is coming in from your heart is having to do with, okay, let's bring everything in so you can clear everything out to get to where what it is that you value. Makes sense? That doesn't make sense. It makes sense. You feel me? 7 of Cups. So you got options. You may be procrastinating because you got options. Something here about procrastination because of options. Is that what this is? 5 of Swords. Procrastination because of options. 5 of Wands. Right back to over here. People around you see you as an option, because this is Saturn, which has to do with outer energies. When you look at from the sun, your sun placement to Mars, that's more so about your personal way of doing things. Once you tap into Jupiter and thereafter all the way up to Pluto, now you're speaking of things outside of you. So there's an energy outside of you that literally sees you as an option. Could have something to do with love. Why are they here? At this point, why? To show you how to take control of yourself. The Emperor. Fuck. Okay. That's solid. That's a solid reason. Yeah, because you are here, okay? When it comes to people outside of you and your wishes coming true. You have to do what's uncomfortable. You're having to do what is uncomfortable with the Queen of Wands, more Aries energy. Yeah, that's stepping onto the path of your life purpose, which also includes your sensuality. So appearing beautiful, turning that light on. The subconscious reasons as to why you may not exude such a level of sensuality, show that. Do that. Do just that. Do exactly that. Why? I'm done. This, you cannot be... What? The Moon and the Ace of Swords comes out in reverse? With the Hangman, 33. Can cause love or hate. Yeah, see, some of you are... Okay. It's time for you to get more involved. I'm going to mention these tools. Research them yourself. Get more involved with your natal chart. Get more involved with the dates and the times connected to you when it comes to angels and demons. You can research it. Just research it. Use Google, chat GPT, use it. Find your shit out. Natal chart, angels and demons, what each degree means, your human design, galactic signature. Because when I do readings, which is why my readings are so fucking pricey, which is why I haven't been doing them in a while. But my readings are pricey because I literally involve so many tools that the price that I have it at is usually what I see other people just give a price for just one of those tools. And that's also the message I got from somebody else not too long ago too, where they said, you're too cheap. I said, what the fuck? So when I start doing readings again, yeah, you're going to have to invest in yourself, because the way I do my readings, I don't record them. I talk to you. I normally just schedule 1 or 2 in a day because I'm with you throughout that day. I want you to be clear of your own understanding. Not for you to understand what I'm telling you about you, for you to understand what you already know about yourself. You just probably didn't have that space to talk to somebody about that shit with. And it makes an entire world of differences when you can have someone on the other end just help you to keep speaking, to keep thinking, to keep feeling, not even keep thinking, to keep you in alignment with the thoughts that you have, which is basically processing whatever the fuck it is you're thinking. I've done readings where I've been on a call with somebody for about 8 hours. I don't mind doing that. I love to help people. But don't take advantage of that shit. That's where we get. So, my mom will have to regroup a little bit. You feel me? Because you about to wax that ass. But the Moon card and the Ace of Swords coming out in reverse. This is literally somebody playing with someone's mind and emotions. The key about this is not who the person is. What are they showing you about yourself, about what it is that you are allowing for them to manipulate your emotions the way that they do? because you're supposed to master something in this connection. This is a hidden enemy showing up to you as what it is that you're hiding from you, where you are hiding from yourself, where you have yet to integrate that shadow aspect of yourself. Where are you still sitting here believing but not yet know? There's a difference. Because again, I'm explaining it this way. Let somebody tell you, I believe I love you versus I know I love you. You know the difference. It doesn't change when you're speaking of different things or systems, per se. Feel me? I'm gonna get a different deck. What's at the bottom? Six of Swords. Time for you to move on. Different deck. Not, this is the different deck. Okay, okay. Mars. Look to your Mars placements for your drive, energy, and passion, especially while it's going retrograde. So that way you're, easier on yourself in terms of where you may feel as though that you have to be a little bit more aggressive or take a bigger step or initiative towards what it is that you want to do while Mars is retrograde. And that's going to be, all of this will phase out probably by next April, May. So use that information in terms of, let's say there's certain things you want to do and you don't have that sense of taking initiative to get it going. Be patient with yourself. Don't force it, because the planetary alignments are in that position of where just chill for a bit. Don't sit there come summertime and shit, but use this time, okay, while it's going retrograde, Mars and the planet of Leo, which has to do with your heart chakra and what it is that you're passionate about. You may find yourself not taking the initiative in things that you are passionate about. See, let's say you're a coach and you notice, this is a perfect example actually. Let's say you're a coach and the season for your athletes doesn't start till spring. You may have some of your top caliber athletes just not performing the way you may want them to right now. But once you get into that spring season when Mars goes direct, whatever you thought they wasn't doing before, they about to surprise the shit out of you come spring, come summer, because the energy has shifted. See, people may ask what led me into this journey of life and connecting with astrology and all these other different tools that I connect to, was the injuries that I had running track and field. I would literally look at what is connected to this injury. What is the spiritual meaning of this injury? And this is how the fuck I'm here, along with the fact with everything else in my bloodline. But me specifically within my vessel, my spirit, my soul in this journey called life, it came through sports, injuries in sports. And it really helped me to see a lot about, okay, this is the way we got to move this is the way you got to move that, so that way this system can be in tuned so it can fire off efficiently. Other card, the Mars and the Sun. When it comes to your soul's purpose, your drive, energy, and passion, look into it. That's why you're magnetic to my energy. Why? Because attract 22, 26. Some of you could be a life path 22. Shout out to my fellow life path 22s, or 8 or 26, depending on how you calculate that, because you can go through all of those numbers. But your soul's purpose, energy, drive, and passion is involved in this. I can see that. So you would definitely be distracted or presented with energies that would come around distracting you in terms of making you an option. Fire off. Even when you look at the sun and Mars, it's the same type of symbology that you're seeing, but Mars has an arrow letting you know that your life force is even higher than that. Yeah, because you got the clouds by the sun. You don't got that energy of clouds or a form of life around here, Mars. Learned a lot with the body, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Yup. Because the number 12 is very significant. Disciples, zodiac signs, well, from what we know. See, the key to the universe is when you're able to transform and get to 13. Which is where the 13th sign energy comes into play, which is literally my sign too, because it starts on the day I was born, November 30th, Ophiuchus. But you can really look at that. It's called the serpent bearer. So it would literally be the space where the root chakra is held, the bearer of the root chakra. So whether it doesn't even matter, every time some she be popping up, it's 8/23. That's my grandmother's birthday. My Daisy Day. Yo. Let me see what message she got. Let me see what my message got for the collective. Where should I go? Here? Okay. Conjunction. That's crazy. It's not crazy. That's why I call it Daisy Day, because I just turned 36. She was born 1936. I was born 88. This year, this year she turned 88. This year I turned 36, and that's both of our years. No, I don't have children. Not yet. Look at that. 36. Becoming whole again. Black Moon, Lilith, and Taurus, you are worthy. Her message for the collective from my mama is you are worthy. Yeah, big time. Look at that feline energy right there. Uh-huh. That's a lot of cards. Black Moon, Lilith, in Cancer with Venus. Some of you have a Venus in Cancer or Black Moon, Lilith, in Cancer. Oh, so her message for some of you when it comes to the women in your life, honor your emotions. And spiritually, stand your ground with love and abundance, but honor your emotions. You'll attain a lot of love and abundance when you honor your emotions. Feel what you feel about these energies. It's especially when it comes to people who made you feel as an option. What in you allowed you to allow them to make you an option? Fix it. Get it together, preppy. That's from Saved by the Bell. That's my shit. You find my soul attractive? Gratitude. That would be her message, though. Love and abundance, honor your emotions, especially when it comes to the women in your life. Especially when it comes to those that are definitely connecting you to shame. Because that is blocking your sacral. It's blocking your sacral. The way this should be leaving my mind sometimes, it's very intriguing to me. Power over the 7 scorpions is what I'm going to go to. Get the, you know what? Good night. Y'all saw me just open the book. Look who you open it to. Where they do that at? Where? But so shame blocks your solar plexus. Now let's go be nosy. Because that's, well, Leo is the heart, but solar energy, because it is the sun, Leo is ruled by the sun, solar plexus, what's the communication? What is this about? What is it about? Scarcity, lack mindset from who? A Scorpio. I'm done, because that's what the fuck is up here. Whatever Scorpio this is came to teach you the ways of transforming. Literally took you through. It put you on a sailboat through the underworld. 113.49. That's 113.13. It literally took you on a sailboat through the underworld. So you can see the depths of you, but also your ancestors as to why you are you. Why you're the person that you are right now. Or that you've always been. Or what's within your subconscious mind that the only reason why you're thinking about this or you feel as though you got clarity about it is because you're here right now. And I love you for that. I'm glad you're here. Taurus, King of Coins. Wasn't that the only energy missing when we was talking about these over here? That the reason why you're magnetically attracted to certain people in your life is because of the way you were raised or the way you grew up or what home has to play a part in? Some of you lacked courage because of this type of magnetic attraction. You were magnetically attracted to something that was not connected to your value, the way you value yourself, but it taught you the value you have for yourself. Now, this is where the word hopefully would come for certain people when they're moving in a state of fear. Which is why you're also here on this channel. That word hope, rebuke the fuck out of hope because it's connected to fear. It's either you know or you don't. It's either you're going to do or you're not. Trying, hope, all that other extra shit. If you're not getting paid to be an extra, why are you doing it? You don't have to. There's something here about a Scorpio that talked you out of your own value. Mercury and Taurus. There's something here connected to a Scorpio that literally blocked your mindset. You may not even recognize what you're passionate about because it's so simple. That's another fucking thing here in this realm. Where people feel as though you gotta work hard. No, work smart. So you're not working hard to attain success. And success is based on your own perception. Whatever reality or dimension you in, that is perception. Go there. What is success to you when it comes to that? And move through that energy. Move right up through there. There's something you walk back to, or something from your past is coming back because the Eight of Cups came out in reverse. Show me. Page of Swords, they've been watching you, studying you. Temperance, Sagittarius season, Queen of Cups, Cancer season, Knight of Swords, Gemini. I'm gonna say what just came to mind. This is dumb. This is dumb as shit. This is stupid. Told y'all, my dominant planet in my chart is Mars. So when I see some shit that don't make no sense, why? Because it's time for you to walk away from it. Six of Cups showing up again. Yeah, they wanted to take your keys of the universe. You see the Ankh in reverse? You see that Ankh in reverse? But there's roses there too. Is that roses? No, those are tulips. Whatever that is. Because it's looking as though it's the other thing. Poppy, whatever. But there's something here about not having your key. Something about the gut. It's definitely something about the gut. So someone tends to be in a position where they're overloaded mentally, that you have a plan that each rising you're going to do this, but it doesn't happen. What is it that puts you into a state? You know you have to handle it. You've been dealing with it, which is why the game keep going. But it's time for you to handle it when it comes to whatever that situation is that takes you out of alignment from what you say you're going to do each time the sun rises. There you go, the doggy. The Fool. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. I mean, you completed this cycle. Obviously, you have. I can see it clear as day. You've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of downloads, a lot of synchronicities. You about to burn the universe out with the amount of synchronicities you've been getting. Some of you literally have been seeing 1185, 1188, 55. And then you have the Hermit, Virgo, Aries, the Fool, or someone with Uranus in Aries. Two of Swords, Moon in Libra. So there's something here about your emotions connected to memories as it pertains to a one-on-one partnership with a Capricorn. An authority figure or a parent, or the energy of a parent. The way someone moves with you is more so the energy of a parent. Even if this is someone you're in a relationship with. What's Three of Cups here for? Somebody got the gift of gab that may attempt to reconcile with you. Seven of Coins, investment, Magician, 7 of Wands, 717, 8 of Coins. I know we just not, I know we just, we literally went back to this one over here. Makes fools wise. The fool is out here. Makes fools wise, but the energy that's been coming through with that is the someone making the wise one foolish. And for others of you, it's because you have been a fool. And now you're ready to close out a cycle and become wise. That's the World card energy. I mean, I'm going to find where the World card is. I want to see something. Where's the World card in here right now? Is it out here? No. Yeah, now I really want to know where this at. Where you hiding at? You hiding your vulnerability between the Empress and the 10 of Wands. Look at that. Something about 2010. Wow. So the last time Mars was in retrograde in the sign of Leo was 2009, 2010. Actually. 1, 2, 3, 19. You're completing a karmic cycle here when it comes to you seeing your identity, your life purpose, and your immortal spirit. But the last time that Mercury was retrograde, this may have something to do with communication because it was in the sign of Gemini, was 2022. Now, the 9 of Swords in Tarot is the 9. Mars in Gemini is the 9 of Swords in Tarot, which has to do with spiritual attacks. But these attacks could actually be helping you to build your strength, to see how much you can take. 321, 2010 could be a significance. Bruh. Show me the 8 of Wands with Leo energy showing up. You're most welcome. You gonna come fly to me? That's funny shit. The 6 of Pentacles. Asking you shall receive. Golly. Knight of Wands. Asking you shall receive and you shall see. Sagittarius. One more. Let me see. You're about to receive communication. For some of you, this has to do with a desire that you have that comes from your heart space, or what you truly love to do, or someone you love deeply. You're going to receive communication from. Is a reciprocal energy of communication here. Once you clear up this other shit from before, though, literally. Nine of Wands in reverse. Because the sun energy, sun in Sag right now at 11 degrees is the Nine of Wands. And you're seeing a lot of the things or situations where Moon in Capricorn 1 degrees, where you have been utilized to bring balance. I just heard your soul is on fire. The Merkaba or Merkaba, Chariot of Ascension. This was turned around, but it's the Two of Pentacles. It seems as though you've been juggling two lives. Instead of you merging your energy, you've been juggling it. So 5D and below, 6D and above, instead of you merging the two, you've been juggling them. Merge them. It'll be much easier for you to maneuver. That's the truth. Ace of Swords. Yeah. That's why I was hearing the crows while I'm asleep, just in a whole other state. It wasn't even the time that they're normally about. Or they could have been, but it didn't sound as though it was outside. It sounded as though it was coming from an internal. 10 of Wands, Saturn, Sag, okay? You went through a lot of obstacles and challenges when it comes to your vision and the authority that you have and as it pertains to your clairvoyance. Oh, so either you've been remotely viewed or you can remotely view people. And or both. The Empress. You got global vision is what I heard. Yeah, you can see. Oh, yeah, you can see. Sagittarius, Knight of Wands, you can fucking see. Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got the Moon in Cap. Shorty by her money. Yes, goddess. Let's see. You're done giving into communications that really don't feed your soul or feed your mental. There's no multiplication or expansion of your mental. You're no longer putting yourself through that type of energy. And if it's not you initiating, it's done. It's the energy surrounding you that recognizes, all right, I really can't be You know what I'm saying? Really can't be attempting to communicate or talk to this person this way. Seven of Wands. Well, Six of Coins. Let's confirm. What is it? Yeah, you're no longer doing that. It should. You've cleared out. You're clear. Wait. For some of you, this has to do with let me see, Taurus or Pisces or Virgo. Or there's something going on spiritually that no longer aligns with you. You're cutting out a habit. Page of Coins. I'm not doing personals right now, but stay tuned to the community tab, subscribe to the channel, and y'all gonna know when I start doing my readings again. It is this month though. It is this month though that I'll begin doing readings again. The Page of Cups. I just heard somebody wanting to say sorry for making you an option. There goes the Seven of Cups again. The Star. Somebody demon was on that ash, huh? You see it? Mm-hmm. A bat is very significant. Either somebody plays baseball, somebody is a number 33 or 17. Other than that, you're surrounded by bats wherever you live. Or you tend to see them quite often. 1733. You could be born the month of January, July, August, February, 17 Aquarius, or March on the 3rd. This may even have to do with work, you know. An energy that transitioned into your work life for you to clear it out. Some of you may have been going through struggles in relationships and work at the same time, but work is where you're actually able to see what you're supposed to see. You know what I'm saying? Because the energy then begins to actually click as far as, okay, it's the energy. It's not necessarily a person. You can really help yourself by looking at people just as a human. Doesn't matter who they are. Look at them as a human. What is it that they're doing or not doing that can really put you into a space of determining, well, this person can be in my life and this human can be in my life and this human cannot. Because then you'll be able to see the different dimensions as far as what that human has or who that human is, if it's even human. Just because it's in a physical vessel that appears as a human doesn't fucking mean it's a human. Although we're not just humans out here. You know what I'm saying? Because some of you, just as self, you fully human and fully divine. That divinity can encompass so many other things. But there are lessons that come with attaining that knowledge or that knowing of the power based off of you knowing who you are. The Five of Coins. I just heard someone's lack of material abundance or scarcity led to their mental health. All they have to do is align with their purpose, though. Whether this is you or energies around you. Because you can feel the energy of something mentally unstable being projected onto you, especially when you on a break of a dawn or a new day, when it comes to aligning with your purpose and living on purpose. Ask yourself that. Do you live every day on purpose? Do you really live every day on purpose? Or do you live someone else's purpose? Make that proposal to yourself by asking yourself, do you live life on purpose? If you do, take a sip. If you don't, the fuck? It's time to get moving if you don't. Some of you, a move is very significant too. For you to attain your power. Look to see where, especially if you're deciding to move within the states, look to see what aligns with your moon energy as far as the states are concerned, because each state is connected to a sun and moon sign and everything else. Just look to see which state aligns with your moon sign, because this is where people will be more susceptible to your subconscious mind or your emotions and things of that nature. Or your rising sign too. Flamingo was at the top of the deck, which has to do with the union. Advice. Poor health, dis-ease, illness, unpleasant, crisis, emergency, needing self-care. Annoying, something's off, disagreeable. When it comes to the root cause, before we get to the advice, source is letting you know that you're at a fork in the road. There's a change in direction. You do have options. That Seven of Cups is coming out quite a bit. It's also a change in circumstance, the moment of truth, a turning point. Very interesting if that's actually happening right now. What I just heard. Because I think there's dogs that live above me, and there's dogs that live next to me. And it sounded as though the one that lived next to me, which is older than the two upstairs, bark at the two upstairs. Random. Anyway. Connect with nature, especially if you've been extending yourself to others. Yeah. Be more patient with yourself. 9 and 5 of Virgo. 14, temperance. Temper yourself, especially if you work with other people. In terms of assisting other people. There's something here about just your actions is worth the same type of energy that you would work with people. So Your actions is worth must your actions is worth just as more as your conversation. Person of earth in reverse. Stop extending yourself to people who are comfortable being unstable. That's what's causing this over need of self-care. Self-improvement is just that. If a person doesn't want to improve themselves, there's not really much you can do. And some of you are overextending yourself to people who don't want to improve themselves. You may have known them since you were younger. Mutable sign, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Because that's coming out quite a bit. It could be an earth sign though. You've been strong-willed in finding yourself. You've gone through a lot of hormonal changes, especially being naive, trying things out instead of doing them. There's certain things you tried out that you're now doing, which is making a difference to assist you in breaking free, especially anything that projects insecurity. There go the flamingos, soulmates. For some of you, you do have love coming in, which is why you're being asked to do this right now. The communication is different. You see the elongation of their necks. The communication runs deep. It's spiritual. Winter is coming up. The crone. Some of you are definitely stepping into your maturity because the other earth sign here is Capricorn on this card with the winter card. A new dawn, Libra. That symbol of Libra is either the sunrise or the sunset just above the horizon. So you're just above the horizon, 441, 144. You're just above the betrayal. You're just above the betrayal, so it's very easy to go back into it. Godly. You're just above it. So something is still pure, or you're still in this vulnerable state of coming out of something. Scorpio, Leo showing up. That shit is intense. That's a different level of seduction. Somebody with a sun, Scorpio, moon, Leo, or sun in Leo, moon in Scorpio, that's a different type of fucking seduction. Yep. You better run for the fucking hills at that point. You better run for it. If you ain't ready for that, child. Shit in Vedic. I'm a Scorpio sun, moon in Leo. I know the vibes, but I'm still a Cancer rising, which is wild to me. So I know what this energy talking about. Shit. Source made it simple with the tropical. Make her Sag. The fuck? What you mean? A lot of y'all lucky that Ophiuchus shit ain't out there the way it's supposed to be though. Lucky. I don't think you're that lucky though, because you may want that. Anyway, but nah, yo. Let me see what this attraction is. What's this? The it factor. IT. IT. Aww. The beautiful Brett. Goddess Brett. Cabin. Look at that. Libra. For some of you, this is a Libra. Okay. Libra, male or female, is significant. Cabin, you have lonely, confined, detached, go within, kept apart, quarantine, segregate, separated, divide, sequestered, disconnected. Let me see. Some of you have to sacrifice your relationships, it seems, for a change to happen. Ooh. Yeah, what you just put, I can see why. Subconsciously, it's a mother load. It's something about money. You're leaving something that you feel as though is financially abundant, but you don't realize that you're leaving it for something much bigger. You're going to actual jackpot of the energy. What's this I want to peep out? Yeah, you don't feel that that's the case, though. You don't see the growth. All you see is a barren road. So you're still at the crossroads in the underworld energy, eh? All you must have is understanding of yourself. The yacht. Yeah, see, for the yacht to be behind a mother load card, it's time for you to keep it moving in a new direction. It's right there. Perfect timing to redirect. It's yours. It says my Lord. Oh, my Lord. So your head of your house, you got to be connected to your heavens for this to come in. Yeah. Ooh. That's the problem. 4. What's keeping you in bondage to something? See that Virgo energy coming out again. The overextending of yourself is making you sick or have you feeling mentally trapped. It's definitely mentally trapped. That's what has to change. The 9 and the 5, 14, but the 9 connected to another number becomes itself. Yourself has to change. You need to submit to yourself rather than other things around you. For some of you, you've actually been incarcerated or been in handcuffs and you got people around you that look at you a certain way and they use that shit against you. But your lack of connection to yourself allows you and this person to be around you speaking the way they do to you. You keep tossing the coin on that. That is not a thing to be tossing a coin on. That's some shit that you gotta put the fuck out. Slingshot that motherfucker for real. Five. Changed. Pulled in opposite directions. Ready, aim, fire. What's the message for those uncertain? Within a few weeks, you only got a few more cycles of 7 days. The most you got is 8 cycles of 7 days to continue this week shit. That's how we gonna read the word week over here, okay? Look at this one. That's a message from Sekhmet because she came out reverse, and the way she came through earlier, the way this came through, and the fact that Leo is here. Lyran, Sekhmet, whomever. But whatever you feel as though is not your problem that you still engaging in, this ain't for everybody. Whatever you feel as though is not your problem, it is your problem. You are the problem because you're still there. I told you I'm not here to be nobody's friend. I'm not on this channel to be your friend. Nope. Because how many of y'all got friends that you can really say that if they tell you some shit about yourself, it's very few. You can't even count on one hand because it's not even a whole finger as far as the amount of people or the person that you will allow to come at you with some real true shit about you. Your level of love for that person got to be at all-time high. For that person to tell you some shit about yourself that you know that you've been telling yourself this entire time, but you don't want to hear from anybody else. But when this person tells it to you, you say, you know what? Let me make this shift. It's not even going to be one person. It's not whoever that's coming from, it's not an entire person. That's literally the essence of a spirit or a soul speaking to you through a physical body. How many people out here really living their truth? There's too much trauma connected to anybody living their truth. That's why you got all these grown-ass men sending other people out to fight their fucking wars and battles. But let them have a fucking menstrual cycle. Let them go through the shifts of a feminine. Let them go through all that energy that changes constantly within a woman. They have all that fucking time to argue amongst themselves with all that strength. They out here being bitches rather than taking care of shit. Yeah, I said it. There's a lot more to say. $9:09 on the clock. In a few weeks, better go for a deep dive. 8 and 4, that's 12. Pisces energy. 4 in the Pisces energy right this one. Self-examine yourself. 0.909. It's time to complete it. Go into your deep thoughts. Thoughts are knowings. Thinking and ideas are the same. Thoughts and knowing are different, but thoughts and knowing are the same. Spells. This is why when you go on a spiritual journey, you disconnect from certain people. You may not realize it right then and there, but the verbiage that they utilize to describe you, some of you, your ancestors protect you so much that they take you out of situations. They put you through an experience where people fucking stab the shit out of you when it comes to your back or having your back or whatever the case may be, figuratively speaking. put you in situations so you can get the fuck up out of there, so that way they don't fuck their ass up. Because it does get real out here. Again, you're not going to connect to this channel unless you really about that spiritual life, in terms of you ain't got to do shit. You may go through a lot of shit, but notice that the moments that you were going through things, the way you would feel as though you should do something, but you felt that strong ass pull that will sit your ass the fuck down and tell you to sit down, hold tight, watch and see. That's a different type of energy now. Now you're speaking about that Shango energy, which means it takes time for things to play out. People can have the greatest fucking life until 20, 15, 30 years, 35 years later. What the fuck is happening? And you're the one watching that shit. Not from a space where you're being boastful about it. Because once it gets to that point, because I truly feel once you get to that opportunity and that point where you're seeing somebody go through something because of what they've done to you, you actually feel sorry for them. So their karma is based off of where the softness of your hearts begins to play out. That's the paradox of life. That's what Earth School is about. Why do you think the verbiage is able to resound and resonate and dwell in this realm as far as there's nothing new under the sun? Because they want you to keep repeating the same cycle. But every day, something is new. Under, around, and through the sun. Each time I go into that type of mode, there's something at the bottom of the deck always speaking. You got the crystal ball. Intuition, premonition. For some of you, there's something about the shift right now in your life that it didn't happen yet. It didn't happen yet. The intensity of what I'm feeling right now, for most of you, it didn't happen yet. Nope. It's about to, though. Because you listening to this, you might have expedited the shit. The shit is probably supposed to come 10 years later. That shit might happen tomorrow. That type of shit. But it depends on where you are willing to accept. Okay, think about it this way. When you go through a certain relationship issue or whatever the case may be, and you have that moment where you're ready to let it go, that's the inner knowing that this is talking about. What the fuck? With the scales of justice right up under that. And then the godly. Crystal ball, swords and scales, phoenix and grapes, pearl and family. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, wealth, fertility, prosperity, pearl, emotional force, opening up, experiential wisdom, intuition, perception, subconscious mind, diving deep, developing character. And then family, loyalty, faithfulness. See, this loyalty energy comes in when respect is alchemized or it's processed the way it's supposed to be. For me, I'm real big on respect over loyalty, because anybody could be loyal to you but not fucking respect you. How many people got 9 to 5s and loyal to that schedule but don't respect the shit because they may work throughout the entire day and don't fucking want to be there? That's a lack of respect. Vaguely speaking. Now, a little mini story time. So what I've come to realize, that a lot of the job opportunities I had had a lot to do with me clearing out my South Node, because it's always been in healthcare. My South Node is in Virgo, which has to do with possibly the way I financially stabilize myself, and the fact that in that time it would have been that my South Node was in the 8th house because it's connected to the 2nd house, being a North Node in Virgo. In this time, a lot of my finances came from me being a doctor. Now, there's a lot more that goes into that, but that's for a different story time. But it's definitely connected to my beautiful Daisy over there. She's a Virgo with a moon in Gemini. And she's a healer. She come from a very strong bloodline of healers and death doulas, and that's the titles that we give it today, but they did a lot more. Yeah. Just put it this way. There's the job opportunities I've had allowed me to see where we as a collective have to shift from sick care to actually helping people in their health. Because this shit is making people the fuck sick. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit of that story time right there. But this lifetime, North Node in Pisces in the 8th house, they said, go ahead. Be the most powerful, bro, how you want to be. Be the witchy, sage, mystic, whatever you want to title yourself. They all the same or whatever. When you really look deeper into it, just go out there and be. Don't get too structured with the shit, which is why there's times where I have moments where I feel as though, fuck, every time I do a reading, this shit is here and this. Nah, but when I really look and when I really look into myself and I sense what I'm doing, I ain't worried about what nobody else is thinking about what I'm doing, the way I'm doing it. You hear. Don't disrespect the space though. I ain't gonna do shit. I'm just saying. Don't disrespect the space. That's all I've been saying. Now, if we in person, see, that's one thing I'm grateful for with the type of energy I got, is that there hasn't been that many situations that I had to get into a certain altercation in the physical since my younger days, in terms of that bully energy. But that was different in terms of the journey went through so many different phases of developing my gifts, developing or reminding me of the power that is bestowed within this vessel. And I always related back to the sport that I was doing, where it came a moment where I was training myself. And the moment that I decided to train myself is when I got even closer to an Olympic gold, as close as attaining the uniform for the country that I was going to represent, Dominican Republic. When I had coaches, that shit was nowhere near existence because there was too much energy that they were in connection to that was actually going to block me from attaining that goal. But when I achieved that shit, of just my biggest thing as an athlete was the moment I get my uniform to represent the country that I'm gonna run for in the Olympics, when I go there, when I qualify, that's where it is. But when I received it, I didn't feel that energy of a huge accomplishment, because there was something much more, and I'm feeling that much more doing what I'm doing right now. So this is why that anyone that knows me prior to this, if they have anything to say, I don't have to do anything. I'm fulfilling my mission. There's this thing called karma. My dominant energy is Mars, followed by Saturn, followed by the moon as a Sagittarius. I have an ambiguous chart, which means my energies are pretty much stable all the way around. I can be anything. I can be any fucking element, which is also why when it comes to my spiritual gifts, I'm so eccentric with it in terms of I'm diving into so many different things with the respect of the different things I'm diving into. Why? Because as a South Node in Virgo and a Moon in Virgo, I have a lot of memory when it comes to how many fucking lifetimes I've been on this fucking planet. This is where your chart comes in handy, let you know about you. Especially look at the connections between your asteroids. Get more into your galactic astrology. I literally come from Lyra. As far as my galactic astrology, North Node, South Node, Lyran. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? So there is a lot of trauma within that cosmic energy though. There is a lot of trauma within the Lyrans. And the battles or the wars amongst them and the Draconians. Now, they're not every Draconian is against the Lyrans, because there are some Draconians that actually assisted the Lyrans. My moon sign being in Virgo is actually connected to the Draco constellation. So I have the embodiment of so many different aspects is what you hear in this lifetime. Yeah, I just changed my career out of nowhere to go back. Yo, facts. Do what brings you joy, my love. Do what brings you joy. See what it is that you are doing and why you are doing it in this now moment, right? And ask yourself why you are processing that feeling. Do you feel the love that you would feel when you are about to go to dinner with the person that you love and that you find highly attractive, that it just feels as though that you are their world and they are yours? Do you get that same feeling doing what you do each time you rise up? If not, it's time to make a change. Because what you do for yourself should feel the same way you would feel, or you would want someone to give you that type of energy, you know, to feel from them. See, I was telling you to sit down, done. Nah, yo, it's the main thing. Just have fun doing whatever it is that you do. Make sure you have fun doing it. The statement of life is short resonates when you're not doing something that you do every day and it's not fun for you. That's what the longevity of life in this age of Aquarius truly represents. It's the longevity of a lifespan because you're doing what you love to do. Aquarius, eccentricity, you're being your true self. When you are being your true self, you actually add heartbeats. Think about it. When you're in a situation or relationship you don't want to be in, don't you feel as though you fucking dying? That pain that you feel in your chest, I felt that shit before. Where there was a point where I was fucking wheezing. I'm fucking fit as shit. Can run any fucking race you want me to run. But this situation got me feeling as though I got heart blockages. I'm fucking wheezing when I walk. Nah. But that made me stronger though. I used that energy to make me stronger. And you know what's wild? It was that around that time? No. Before that. Before that, yeah. Before that, about a few years before that, Bobby Hemmett will pop up on my feed. And I still got the paper that I wrote the meaning of the Empress card, because the Empress card would show up on, because I was always into horoscopes since the fucking 4th grade and shit. 9 years old into horoscopes, until later on I'm realizing that that's the bloodline I come from, where people do readings and shit. Anyway, different story. But I even have that paper around here somewhere. It pops up. It literally falls out wherever I put it. It falls out when it's supposed to. I wrote out the meaning of the Empress card. And this was 2011. And I still have that piece of paper. Yeah. When I tell you, when you allow the universe, which is you conversing with your higher self, that's what the universe is. Source is basically the plug of that communication. But the universe is you. Okay, it's literally the verse between you and your mind's eye. That's the you. The universe represents the unicorn version of you. You and mind's eye, I. So I really feel the planets speak. This is what I'm saying. When I do, there's certain times I do readings on live, that I'm really doing readings the way I'm not thinking about it. Even when y'all don't even notice when I'm thinking about it though. Y'all won't be able to notice it because it's mixed up. But when I'm really just, when I'm really being that version of me that is watching Matilda or writing out the story of Cinderella in a composition book because I love the movie so much, film type of readings is similar to what I did today. Now, however, I always had this type of energy as a child too, where you can tell my Mars was pretty dominant. I didn't want anybody telling me what the fuck to do. Nobody. Mm-mm. If you got to tell me what to do, I love the fuck out of you. I had to. Because ain't nobody else was going to tell me what to do. From what I hear around me, you're my mom, you're my brother, you're my sister, you're my mom, my uncle, my auntie, cousin, whatever, based off of what I'm hearing around. But what does my heart feel? What does my soul feel about you? Because there's a part of a lot of y'all, since you were a child, that you recognize energies around you. And you let it go. Go get that part of you back. Go get it back. That's the only piece of the puzzle that's left. Real for real. That's really the only piece of the puzzle that's left. When you allow yourself to be free and just because I can tell you from experience where you can go through certain things that you can explain to someone to understand why you have your point of view, but it's not really for them. It's not for them at all. It's for you to understand and understand that. That way you can connect with those who are connected to their universal understanding, so you can have a connection to them and have these conversations effortlessly. Why he be growling like that? And I know why. It's just- And that dog is always sweet when I see him too. And I saw him earlier today. But he was upstairs and he was looking out the window when I went to go throw out the trash. I saw his face. I could feel that dog stress. At the same time, though, here's my thing. Cats and dogs are different. No disrespect to anybody that has a dog. But cats and dogs are different. Notice the energy that cats come with. You ain't got to pick up their shit. They know where to go, when to go. They can take themselves. Now, unless a domestic dog has a wild nature, he may attempt to cover his shit up. But there's not that many dogs that way, depending on where, they reside, because they'll, tend to want to cover their shit up. But again, no offense to anyone that has a dog. I love dogs too. Shit. Pits, especially. I love me a pit. That's the closest thing you can get to a cub. That face? Yeah. He's been growling quite a bit. Any questions, y'all? La Dominicana, coño. Yeah, I am. I'm about to play some fucking salsa for real. Anybody have a question? Anybody need to get something off their chest? Remember, I'm not your friend. So I'm going to let you know what it is and what it ain't. But I love you, though. Know that. I appreciate love all of y'all for being on the channel. Don't laugh. Don't do me. Don't do me, boo. No, ma'am. Yeah. That's why I told y'all on my solar return that I really felt this. I'm glad that person told me. Because the way he mentioned it, I said, yeah, you can see. But that was a Pisces. That was a Pisces male that knows himself. So that's some real sage mystic shit over there. Because before he even got to me, as I told y'all, you over here talking to other people and you are confirming shit that nobody's supposed to know. Nobody. What I have to do to meet you respectfully? You actually mentioned your age, though. I was just about to say, how old are you? See, my Mars and Aries ain't shit. You 29. Stop playing. Whatever's supposed to be in my life is gonna be. That's where I'm at with it. Whatever's supposed to be is gonna be. I don't get tired, but fuck, humans make me the fuck tired. That's why I started going Super Saiyan on motherfuckers recently. Not recent. My recent, see, that's God Goddess energy right there. My recent till human years ago. But my recent is a minute within that year or years. I done tapped into that frequency. I only be knowing what day it is because of transits. That's the only reason why I be know what the fuck day it is. Every time I look at the clock is a fucking synchronicity. Why is it a number that is doubled up or something that I'm always seeing? Why isn't it something that's something completely random? If I literally sat here and took a picture of every time I look at the clock, you would think I was fucking playing or photoshopping this shit. You would. I promise you would. I said, oh, so this is not even a clock for me. This is actually a tool. This is a tarot card in a fucking machine, handheld machine. Say less. Got it. I ain't gonna hold you. It take a little bit because you could be going through, having all this information, and you really can't be just talking to any fucking body, because until you get through the process of, which is why I be telling you, I ain't nobody here to understand you but you. That's where I get that from, because it makes life a lot simpler when you're not looking for other people to understand you. That's the shit that causes arguments. I've noticed that too early on. I said, you're not going to understand me because you don't understand yourself. Where as far as you understand yourself, but to whatever magnitude or whatever level you understand yourself, doesn't mean you're going to understand what the fuck I'm telling you about me. So why am I arguing with you? Gratitude that the channel is healing. That is the purpose. That is the purpose. Yo, I did a lot of healing for myself though. I did. I really did. I feel as though I'm recognizing how much I've done within this past year. I've noticed it before, but not to this extent. Nope. Why? Because the state of bliss that I'm in, that has to be magic. We are all magical, but you won't know what magic is until you become magical. I know you know. Yep. That's why I say ask me questions, because that'll help me to kind of... I don't have friends. Take the R out. Take the R out of that word. And if you look at the abbreviation of the first three letters, is represented by the planet Venus, which has to do with your sacred values and your worth. And then it has those three letters after it. That's why I don't have friends. I don't want friends. A friend is an instant alarm to me of, finish him. Come here. Come here. Finish him. That's the way I feel about that. That's the way I feel about friends. Finish him. Yeah. Game over. Yep, pretty much. Don't laugh at Sunday Lifestyle. She over here laughing and shit. I'm so fucking serious. Come here. Yo. So, I'm about to put my mama on blast. I stayed doing this to her. But why did my mama Okay. I love my baby. I love my mama. But this woman done threw out, it's three of us, she done threw out our Nintendo system. Okay. Say, girl, who does that? I said, Mom, just for that, you really come from Dominican Republic. You really come from DR. You really from over there. You don't threw out our whole shit. Coño, mi negra, pero ¿cuál es la vaina? Dime. What is it? What do we do? What do we do for you to throw out the Nintendo? Huh? Ma'am. She probably watching this too. My mom, my mom is a Sag too. My mom's birthday is 6 days. My mom is a Sag, and my dad is a Scorpio. Fuck life, okay? Bruh. My sister a Virgo, my brother a Aries. I'm telling y'all, I've been bamboozled in life. I love my peoples though, but I've been bamboozled. They gave me a run for my motherfucking money. They ran my ass out more than my motherfucking spikes. I already went to the Olympics every year. This shit is every 4 years, but with dumb motherfuckers, I went through that shit every year. I promise you I did. Yep. Sure did. I got stronger with it though. Apparently. Yeah. You're an inspiration. Gratitude. Man. Nah, for real. Just go out there and just be you. Literally, right now, this is me. If I'm not on live, I'm the same way. I am the same exact way. Off alive. Shit, you may get. Actually, y'all get okay. Y'all get close to the version I am with myself. Y'all really do. Y'all get close to the version I am with myself than what I am in a general sense. So it's the way I am with myself, my platforms, and people that know me. Just go through it. Shit. Gotti 777. Blessings, love. I need me a Dominican woman. I'm not, see, here's the thing. I don't do the black or white. That's one thing I don't do. Because this is black. I'm brown. I'm real realistic about shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, within my essence, it's dark. Very dark. Too dark. Sometimes. It depends. But I get you. But at the same time, just that's the issue with humanity right there. None of the, you see how crazy that shit is though? That battle between the black and the white, but ain't nobody that fucking color out here. That's ignorance at its best. Slow that shit down and really think about what's really being said. Cause I got a little black in here, but it's not the same complexion as my fucking face. I'm not coming at you. That's just my Bronx shit that be coming out sometimes. But You know what I'm saying? We out here. The only race is human. The only race within this realm, not the only one at this point, but in terms of disappearance, the only race that race is human. It's not a color. It's human. Then you have your angels, you have your demons, you can throw your mystics and your sages because I feel as though they operate through human bodies as I am. But that doesn't mean that we're just human. I'm glad you stated that though, because it brought this conversation up. It's all love. Word. All shades of brown. Word. I shade. Word. Word is the verb. Word is the verb. Huh. Let's see what we vibing to. Ooh, them chills is unstoppable right now. Them chills is chilling. I'm chilling. Tú mismo misterio te puede hacer daño. That's a fact. I'll be back. Are y'all vibing with life? Yo, did I really scratch myself though? No, I didn't, but shit was close. Are you really vibing? Some of y'all? No, don't even lie. Don't even come up in here and lie and shit. You about to complete the cycle though. When it comes to what? Now I'm being nosy. For you. And shit. Complete the cycle when it comes to a relationship. We doing love cards? That's what we doing? Oh. Moon energy 712. Here we go. Put these up here. You're completing a cycle when it comes to something you used to love but you don't enjoy anymore. 5 of Cups energy. As it relates to significant partners, romantic, love, business, or familia. La familia. Tu familia. Okay? Whatever you consider your familia. It could even be family that is not blood related, but you consider them family. Better fix it. Preppy. Reconciliación. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life when it comes to the area of your life that is about long-term significant partners, either in love, business, or family. See you on the next series, next episode of your show. Anyway, there's a lot of passion in there. Oh boy, some of y'all over here reminiscing and shit. Reminiscing as Lion Larry. Get to know each other. Y'all got somebody new coming into your life. Stop playing with this other stuff from the past. Deja esa vaina, please. Deja esa vaina. Thank you. That looks great. Reconciliation, calling in your soulmate. If this shit don't scream love, I don't know what the fuck do. 7th house, reconciliation, calling in your soulmate. These are the cards that you would want to see whenever you get any type of love reading. Okay. Because, especially if you're somebody who's thinking about someone of your past, children is involved. Behind that, you have keep an open mind. In between, there's unrequited love, though. This shit came out twice today. What's the unrequited love? It ain't even that. It's not that. Boom, 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 boom. resentment. This is the whole surrender deck. But surrender resentment was at the top. Trust, Scorpio, once again. Decisions, that's Gemini. Inner knowing, Leo in reverse. Inner knowing is Aquarius, but inner knowing in reverse, Leo. So trust your decisions when it comes to your inner knowing, especially the inner knowing that you are not trusting. Decisions. Calling in your soulmate. You don't know if this is your soulmate that you're calling that you want to reconcile with. Go with the flow. Come on. I felt what you just felt. Whoever this is resonating for. Okay, here we go. Why? Someone's not following their intuition. That left hand shuffle was stiff. Left hand connected to the right brain. That intuition is not as strong. Something about the intuition not being as strong. What is this? 3 of Coins, 5 of Swords, the Hermit. Someone you work with that's not communicating, always in hermit mode, or it could be a Virgo, Aquarius, or a Capricorn. Someone you already live with. For some of you, this is someone you already live with, you want to reconcile it, bruh. Your inner knowing is telling you that this is not your soulmate, though. That's crazy. Somebody's doing some shit out of convenience. Don't annoy me right now. Do not annoy me right now. But this is why you're here. You here because you're ready to hear the fucking truth. Somebody already told you what we about to tell you right now, but you obviously got to hear from somebody you don't know. Okay. This person embodies the energy of you not moving forward and succeeding. Always hiding yourself. Always being in this energy of feeling as though you gotta search for more. You gotta search for more. You gotta search for more. That's insanity. Basically. With the 5 of Swords in the midst of the 3 of Coins and the Hermit, you're around something or someone that puts you into insanity, or you are doing this to yourself from your past that you need to let go of and walk away from. That's when you experience bliss. Pure happiness. Wakanda forever. Your ancestors been talking to you about this. Jupiter and Pisces. Someone has Jupiter and Pisces. Pisces. 6 of Coins again. There's something that's been beneath the surface. For some of you, this is the past 18 years that's coming to the surface now. Why you've been blocking your inner knowing when it comes to actually calling in your true soulmate. A Cancer, the Chariot, or something in regards to home or family. Home or family that didn't celebrate you. 4 of Swords and the Star. 417. That's Aries energy. 4 of Swords and the Star. So what do you have to put to rest to heal? The 3 of Wands and Aries. Or someone that is very passionate and driven. They have a moon in Aries. There goes reconciliation again. For some of you, whoever this is for, this is someone who has a moon in Aries. They could be, what's this? Libra or Aquarius. They could be an air sign with the moon in Aries. Or they have a significant relationship placement, descendant in the 7th house. Well, descendant in Libra, so they could be an Aries rising. Someone's actually an Aries rising or moon in Aries. What's behind the moon? The 9 of Swords. You've been having sleepless nights about this because you're blocking your inner knowing. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations are not aligning with your inner knowing. And this is why it's not bringing you together to a person that you want to be brought together with or connected to. Queen of Cups here. Lack of emotional nurturance type of vibes that you're wanting to reconnect with. Or this could be what you're clearing yourself up from. Clarify. What is it? Take a leap of faith with what? The High Priestess. All right. Calm down. 5 of Coins. Let's see. Options. Somebody's really connected to a lot. There it is. A lot of magician type of energies. Tricksters. Especially with this in reverse. You've been getting a lot of signs from a blue jay that you're ignoring. It may happen at 2, the hour of 2, 7, or 9 a.m. or p.m. when this blue jay appears. Well, 2, 7, 9 p.m. or 7:09 a.m. 2 a.m. Okay, that's where the crow energy came. So 2 a.m. you may even hear, well, what actually may wake you up out of your sleep could have something to do. Okay, that's for some of you then. Where you may even have animals that you hear that wake you up around what we would call witching hours. Witching hours telling you which direction to go. The Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. Do you see your value? This right here, though. Your soulmate is yourself. You'll connect to your soulmate. That's been coming up quite a bit. You'll connect to your soulmate once you connect to yourself. Once you reconcile with yourself. So for some of you, this has to do with your ascendant placements. You may want to look into astrocartography when it comes to your ascendant and descendant signs to see where that lands and see where you are located right now. Yeah, something about independence. You're self-made, but there's something about a location, a ley line. It's not allowing that earth energy to activate within your vessel and as it pertains to you. You know what I'm saying? Elevating this shit. Magician, straight up. The Queen of... Ooh. All 3 of these cards got a whole fucking serpent in it. You got a lot of wisdom that you're probably not tapping into. Something is at an arm's length. Arm's length. You may wear your heart on your sleeve, possibly. You do. You really do. To the point where you have been taken advantage of. Okay. What is it? Wait. It's crazy. It's not, but I see what it's saying though. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. You wearing your heart on your sleeves and not realizing how much you are self-inflicting this type of nonsense is taking you out of your prime. Yeah, you're deceiving yourself in this. That's Moon in Aquarius, 7 of Swords. Your emotions connected to a group of people is reflecting in your one-to-one relationships. What do we have here? Yeah. That's the truth. This is something you keep doing over and over and over again. This keeps coming up. This is what's being exposed today. Because when we started the reading, the sun was in Sagittarius, or is in Sagittarius at 11 degrees, which is the 9 of Wands. And you're attaining clarity through these messages about that. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, my loves, that's your message, baby. Ciao.